You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Good Tuesday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Epic Racing Association 2025 Ironman Fall Nationals. Tonight, the Pavement Street Stocks will take to New Smyrna Speedway. 50 laps for our main event. Got about a dozen hot rodders in here. Some of our old familiar faces. You got the geriatric genie, the old lumber dude Jack Wagon himself, Reed Rundle. I see Adam Vinny out here. Pete Dillon is also in here with us tonight. Matt Eddy, Josh Wessendorf, Jeff Werdeman, Jimmy Jones, everybody. The standard Tuesday crowd, as it were. If you missed last night, you missed a couple of great shows. The rewind of the Truck Series from Sunday. Charlotte Motor Speedway was a fantastic race. And the boys put on one hell of a show out at Williams Grove in the 14-minute sprint cars for Monday Night Thunder. We'll give you ERA now. There's your number 22 car. That is old DJ Oxford. But we'll give you ERA here tonight, and then tomorrow night Midwest Truck Series will wind out our week for us. We'll start getting set up for next week's stuff. A lot of good racing. We should start seeing some more stuff coming. Everything's kind of coming to a close these days. World Finals are all over with for dirt, and pretty much every dirt track in the country is winding down, shutting down, and we'll get into winter mode, and we'll see a lot more racing start to show up on the iRacing shows. There's old John Brenna, 46 car. We were looking at Brian Day in that 90. Justin Day is here as well. He's in the one car. He's not currently on the racetrack. Just a couple of minutes left in this warm-up session. We'll get ready for their show this evening. Tomorrow night, special night. Be sure you tune in. Say hi in the chat. Memorial race for one of our friends and good competitors over at Midwest Truck Series. Paul Bajonic passed away suddenly. So tomorrow night we will be honoring him as they will put his truck out in front of the field for about 3 pace laps. His daughter will be piloting that truck during that time. I dropped in and saw that they were doing a little practice session and getting everybody squared away, and you know, all the particulars worked out so everybody kind of knew what was going on. But make sure you tune in for that. Have a quiet lap 3 while the boys ride around. Be a short lap. They're at Martinsville, so it'll be a pretty quick lap, less than 20 seconds. But it'll be just a welcome break for everybody. There's DJ Oxford back around. Make sure you say hi in the chat, folks. I don't care where you're at. YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, Facebook. Say hello. Let us know you're watching. If you're on Facebook, like, share, and follow. If you're on any of the other 3, YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo, just hit the subscribe button. You'll know every time we go live. About 50 seconds here, it looks like. The boys will be ready to get after it. Start divvying and drawing. Counting it down, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and session to a close. Drivers will head in and get prepared for all of tonight's racing action. Clearing the track. We're just waiting. There we go. Let's look at our lineup here as we get ready for heat number 1. Going to have the 81 of Jeff Werdeman on the pole with the 90 of Brian Day on his outside. Then inside, the Lumbadoo Jackwagon, the 43 Reed Rundle next to the Lumbadoo Limousine, Adam Vinny in the 64. Pete Dillon, the 7, and Andrew Rutherford in the 70 will round out this field. There'll be 6 in the first heat, 6 in the second heat. They are simply racing for starting positions in tonight's AMA. Andrew Rutherford, not in the 70 car. He's in a 35 car. And that is a Camaro. I'm used to seeing him in the 70, and that's usually a black Monte Carlo. So a little different action tonight. We got a couple, 3 of those old 70s model Chevys in here. Got old Ford Angry Chicken. 81 of Werdeman. Hello, Mr. Bill. You ready for tomorrow night? We're going to play a couple of games, and we are going to have a long moment of silence there on lap number 3. All right. That pace truck is going to make its way out from in front of the field. 8 laps for the heat race. Green flag comes out right in the center of the zone for starts and restarts. A little bump and push and grinding down there on the inside line to get Werdeman clear. Rundle wants to get clear, so he only has to deal with 1 car, not a car on the high side. They get it accomplished. Looks like Rutherford back here in the 35 is going to be the guy trying to make moves on the inside-outside. He was right alongside Adam Vinny. Now he's alongside Brian Day. Looks like he is going to clear Day down here in 3 and 4. Pete Dillon working the inside. He'll pass Adam Vinny. Now he's working on getting around Day as well. So Adam Vinny getting blocked in on the outside line there. Got hung up behind that 107 of Day. He is going to have to work to get around. We're going to be halfway through this thing this time by. The only action is right here at the back of the field. Day is holding Vinny at bay right now. Halfway for the heat. They'll go side by side. I think it's only a matter of time before Vinny can clear him, but if he can't get clear him, he can't go on attack mode into the cars in front of him. Try to go after Pete Dillon, who's starting to get away far enough. May be hard to catch him. This time, Vinny makes it clean and clear of Day. Rundle's going for the lead. He got to the inside on Werdeman, moved him up the hill a little bit. That opened the door for Rutherford. Rutherford will come by. So From turn 3 to turn 1, Werdeman goes from the point to third, and he's got to contend with Dillon, and now Rundle's getting moved up the hill a little bit, coming to the white flag. Rutherford got his nose in there and just couldn't hang on to the line. So final time through 3 and 4, and it looks like the 43 of Reed Rundle is going to pick up the heat win. Rutherford from worst to second. Pete Dillon will slide through for third. Werdeman is fourth. Vinny in the fifth spot, and Brian Day rounding out the field. The 43 car getting it done up front. Second heat already gridding out on the front stretch. The 1 of Justin Day on the point, with the 88 of Matt Eddy on his outside. Then the 92, Josh Westendorf, next to the 22 of DJ Oxford in row number 2. And the final row for the final heat be the 46 of John Brunner inside and the 42 of Jimmy Jones on the outside. Hello, Paula. Hello, Jane. Love when the regulars are in the show. All right, next time by, that pesky pace truck will vanish into the infield, and it'll be time for 8 more heat laps. This will determine the outside row for tonight's 50 lapper.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh boy, early start. The green flag came out the instant they got into the start zone. I think everybody was kind of sleeping right there. Side by side, and Matt Eddy off the top is going to stay alongside Justin Day. Can he get through 3 and 4 and snatch the lead away here? I don't think he will. A little wide on the exit. He did lead lap number 1. Wasn't by much, but he did get that lead. Day comes up the hill in 2, and Eddy got a good run. He's going to have a half, 3/4, almost a full car length. Getting through 3 and 4, and off the top side, Matt Eddy may have the lead solo here this time by, and he does. Immediately drops it to the bottom in front of Day. John Brunner in third. DJ Oxford, Jimmy Jones, Josh Westendorf, and they are all within a couple of car lengths of one another here. There's DJ Oxford up the hill, across the nose, right in front of the 46 of Brunner. He'll take over third. Westendorf is trying to get around Jimmy Jones. That's a tall order. Halfway already, heat number 2. Matt Eddy out front and starting to get away from Justin Day. Three to go this time by. Almost all running pretty much where they started. Two to go for Matt Eddy. The gap staying about a half a second. DJ Oxford's closing up, but I think he'll run out of laps before he can close the real estate. White flag this time. And Matt Eddy's going to start on the outside of the front row. Uh-oh, problems for Jimmy Jones. Looks like he lost the car, mashed it up pretty good. He'll have it fixed before we go feature racing tonight. Eddie, Day, Oxford, Brunner, Westendorf, and then Jones back there at the back. And I don't know. Let's see if we can go back and see what happened. Got down to the inside of Brunner. Oh, little contact. Both cars are going to slide, and Jones is going to clip the inside wall. And it just ripped that front clip off is what it did. So quickly moving right into our feature here. With a Reed Rundle in the 43 and Matt Eddy in the 88 on the front row. Andrew Rutherford, the 35, and Justin Day in the 1. In row 2, Pete Dillon, the 7, DJ Oxford, the 22. Make up row 3. Our 4th row is the 81 of Jeff Werdeman and the 46 of John Brunner. And then the 64 of Adam Vinny inside row 5 with Josh Westendorf in the 92 on his outside. And our final row, the 107 of Brian Day next to the 42 of Jimmy Jones. 50 times around. Short and sweet this evening, everyone. All right, next time we come out of turn number 4, green lights will come on. The green flag is going to fly all over the place at the flag stand. And we will find out who can pick up the win here at New Smyrna. Uh-oh, big blink out of the 43. At New Smyrna Speedway tonight. 2025 Ironman Nationals. Pace truck out of the way of the green flag the instant that they got into the zone. Reed Rundle got a pretty good start. He gets a little push from Rutherford right there to get himself going up the straightaway. Pete Dillon trying to wear that rear bumper out on the 35, and it cost him because Oxford's going by on the inside and Day will be there on the high side. So Dillon going to go from about, 4th all back to 5th right now, and he can get it back. There goes Matt Eddy from outside the front row, dropping to 3rd. Rutherford got by him. Reed Rundle at the point, lap 2 going in the books. We're watching DJ Oxford and Matt Eddy right now. Justin Day got a little damage on the nose of that one car. He must have got into somebody's bumper. Shouldn't affect him on this short track. There's contact with DJ Oxford. And they're going to save both cars up the backstretch, but it allows Werdeman to catch up. Adam Vinny right behind that in the 8th spot. And then Jimmy Jones 9th, Brunner's 10th, Westendorf and Day back in the back. Kind of fighting over them 11th and 12th spots. All the action is right here mid-pack. Day inside on Matt Eddy, and Matt Eddy struggling here at New Smyrna tonight. Started on the outside of the front row, won his heat race easily. And he has got the outside line blues right now. He's all the way back to 9th already. Reed Rundle clear of the field by 1.2 seconds right now. Everybody else is pretty much single file now. Probably going to try to save a little bit of rubber. Oh, there's a big mess in the back. Matt Eddy's in a 2 wide, 2 deep situation back here. Westendorf going by. Day looks like he's going to go by as well. And Matt Eddy has fallen almost to the tail end of the field. And he officially has fallen from outside the front row to 12th in this field. Meanwhile, Rundle, well, the gap's closing. It was 1.2 seconds a couple laps ago. Now it's down to under a second. Adam Vinny was up to 6th, and now he's trying to battle to get 7th back away from Werdeman. Side by side, those two ride. Working lap number 11 is already 10 laps in the books. They go by quickly. They truly do. When you're talking about 18-second laps, you're getting 3 laps a minute. It doesn't take long. There goes Adam Vinny with a good run up out of 2 to clear Werdeman, put him up to 7th. He's got a ways to catch the one of Justin Day. Jimmy Jones got by Day a couple laps ago. He'll be up to 5th. Started 12th. Biggest mover in the field so far. Oxford in front of him. Then Pete Dillon right now running 3rd, trying to close the gap on Rutherford. And Rutherford is slowly and surely reeling the 43 car back to him. He's got it down to 7/10 of a second. "15 laps in the books. We are almost a third of the way. It is going by very quickly." Justin Day still back here in 6th, but the gap is closing between he and the 64 car. Jimmy Jones already the bumper of DJ Oxford. He was coming out of 4, and I think he had a little slide to right rear moment right there. It cost him a car length or 2. He runs it down in there pretty good. "19 laps. Working on it right here. I'll tell you what, that gap at the front is under a half second now. Rutherford changes his ride, and he is looking pretty sporty tonight. It is under 4/10 now. Pete Dillon keeping these guys in sight. Oxford, Jones, and now Vinny beside Day. He'll have the spot coming out at 2, Justin Day. Maybe the damage on the nose of that car is affecting the way it drives. So put the 64 up to the 6th spot. Matt Eddy is way off the pace here. He is running a quarter second slower than the field. And he is about a half a lap behind these guys as we're about halfway. But Rutherford now has caught Rundle, and he's within a car length and a half. Sitting, stalking, patience. But he's closing it up, and he's getting up to that rear spoiler. He's looking for that spot. Not this time in 1 and 2. Run up the backstretch. I don't think he'll get there in time to make the move into turn 3. Rundle trying to defend. Trying to take that exit line away from the 35. This time Rutherford got real tight to him coming out of 4. Very evenly matched on lap time here, and I think it's mostly because the 43 is keeping the 35 at bay. I think if Rutherford were to clear him, he might drive away. Looks like his car is just a little quicker. Getting to somebody is one thing, getting around him is something completely different. Pete Dillon closed it up a little, then he's kind of equaled out right there at about 0.8 of a second. Jimmy Jones ways back from Oxford and a ways in front of Vinny. Oxford, he is over 2 seconds behind Pete Dillon. Right now it's really a 2-car battle. The guy in third is just kind of in a spot where if something were to happen with these two, he won't be caught up in it as well. We are down to 20 laps remaining. Rutherford still hasn't found the way to get the nose in there just yet. Laps ticking away. It stays at about 1.5 car lengths. It has not changed in about 15 laps, actually. Rutherford just can't get that spot where he can get by. Get his nose to that left rear corner. He is trying everything possible. Just not enough exit speed and enough momentum to get up there and get a nose inside before they get to the next corner. He's going to have to time it up. It's going to have to be just perfect, or he may have to go a little bonsai. This time could be the time if he can get that cut over. He couldn't quite get it there. But he is all over Rundle's bumper. Run up the back stretch. He's near, but not near enough. And Rundle drives it off into the corner. Laps ticking away quickly, running out of time. If Rutherford's going to do something, he needs to get on it. There goes Westendorf to the pits. Now Rutherford may have enough of a run. Not quite. Rundle got the power down enough to hold him off again. 11 to go this time. There's anything left in the tank. Rutherford's going to have to let it all out. This might be the shot he's got right here. Oh, it just slid a tiny bit on Exeter. He might have got there. Great piece of driving by both drivers. Rundle holding him off, and Rutherford working it, working it, working it. He may get there maybe next lap if he can keep doing that right there. There goes Jeff Werdeman to pit road. Now Rutherford got the nose to the inside. Rundle's got to know he's there. This could be it right here. The race is on with 9 to go. 8.5 now. Side by side at the front. Rundle, little slide on the outside. New leader that time by. Rutherford finally got to the point. Now Rundle in behind. Can Rundle do something to come back? Seven to go. They're still a car and a half apart. 2 seconds back to Pete Dillon, another 2 seconds back to Oxford, and another 2 seconds back to Vinny in fifth. He got around Jones. So did Justin Day. So move them up, and now Day and Jones are going to go at it a little bit side by side. This time Rundle's got his nose back to the inside. Rutherford's going to have to fight. Almost contact. Rundle checked the car down. He got in a little hot. Drifted up. Had to check the car up just a little bit. Wave lap this time. 5 to go. Rundle with a big wiggle. I think he caught the left front down inside that white line down here in turn 4 by the wall, and it just loosened the car up. 4 to go for Rutherford. He's got it by half a second. Go back 5th place, Adam Vinny. 4th place, there's DJ Oxford. Now we're back to Pete Dillon here. We are going back to the front because the gap is about 6/10, and 3 laps is all that's left. Rundle trying to get back. Would love one last ditch effort at the 35. He's got 2 laps to get there and get something done. I think Oxford is just going to have to stay smooth and be on cruise control. Not make a mistake. White flag this time. No cautions. It's going to go flag to flag. And Andrew Rutherford will go to victory lane again. This time in the street stocks at New Smyrna. Rundle second, Dillon third, Oxford fourth, Vinny rounding out the top 5. Brian Day, then Justin Day, 6 and 7. Matt Eddy is 8th. John Brunner 9th, then Jimmy Jones 10th. Werdeman and Westendorf early retirees 11th and 12th. All right, let's grab our 3rd place driver. Mr. Pete Dillon, you got a copy. Hello, Pete Dillon.
Yes, I got a copy.
All right, man. A 5th place start, a 3rd place finish. It looked like once those 2 guys got out in front, you just kind of tried to hold serve.
Yeah, there on the start, I got loose, got put 3 wide, and lost a few spots, and I had to run really hard to get back by those guys. So I think I used a little more tire, and so then I just tried to maintain pace with them and just fell off from there. Did the best we could. I'll settle for 3rd, though.
Tricky little track here at New Smyrna. Easy for this car with the power to weight ratio that it has to get out from under you. We really didn't see a whole lot of that here tonight. looked like maybe the track was pretty conducive to giving you guys a chance to race each other a little bit.
Yeah, it's 5 flags, Roger.
Oh, well, we got the wrong. Whoop, we had that up wrong the whole time. For whatever reason, we have it as New Smyrna. We don't know why. It's 5 flags. Man,
Yeah,
that's terrible. I don't even know where I'm at anymore. Just signing.
Yeah, the car was actually really free. It was really free. I was pretty much hanging on to it there at the end. I pretty much could have drifted the corners if I wanted to, but I probably would have nosed it in the wall if I'd have tried it.
Well, we're glad you got your equipment fixed. I saw that you got your brake pedal deal worked out, so we're happy about that. And it looks like it helped a lot because you were in a lot of traffic there early. You got yourself through it, and I don't think you could have done that without a brake pedal.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, they work pretty good. I'm glad I finally broke down and bought some new ones.
All right, man. Give me some shout outs and some thank yous real quick before we let you go.
I want to thank you for the broadcast and Jeff for putting the show on. Draymar Machine Devices for being on the car. My lovely fiance Paula for always supporting me doing this. And I want to say congratulations to my buddy Andrew for getting the win, making us look good.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run.
Thank you, sir.
Pete Dillon. And yeah, DJ, I know. I was in the whole wrong place. I don't even know why. I thought it was New Smyrna for some reason the whole night. I don't know. So what happens when you get old? You forget things. It's a terrible. Just don't avoid it at all cost. This guy hasn't been able to avoid it. I know that. But if you can avoid getting old, do it at all costs because it makes you forget things. It's a horrible feeling. And Reed Rundle, I know you can attest to that.
Well, I only heard the last bit about being old and attesting to something. So, yeah, I guess, whatever.
I thought we were at New Smyrna all night long.
Yep, wrong track. Just down the road, though.
Yeah, I know, but I thought we were over there. I don't know what I called a great race from the other side of the world, buddy.
No, just the other side of the state. You're all good, man.
Well, you had a great run, man. You're out front a lot. I got the feeling that that Jackrabbit start you got probably hurt you those last 10 or 12 laps.
Exactly what I was just talking with Andrew about. I should have seen when they kind of laid back at, I got out to about a second, I don't know, almost a second and a half, and I should have known better than just to keep going, especially, with a smaller group and not, having any yellows, no chance to cool the tires down. And, he got a nose under me at that point. There was no way I was going to try and keep him down. And then he got loose a couple laps later. I almost got back under him, but I just couldn't hold it down that late in the run. So no, it was fun. It was a great race. I just sitting there watching the rear view mirror filled with his nose. So,
Well, we kept watching, and I kept waiting. He looked like he was sizing you up, and you'd be in just the right spot on the exit of the corner to keep him from being able to get that run up. And he just kept sizing it up, and he moving and playing a little peekaboo in the mirror. And I got to ask, at what point before he got the nose did you think, man, I'm holding this guy up. Is he going to get my bumper?
Well, no, I mean, again, this series, everybody in here, I mean, I trust him. I mean, if he gets me, somebody bumped me I think in the beginning of the heat race or whatever, and it may have even been him, but we're all so tight that if it happens, it's not something that's intentional. And if he gets to my bumper and puts it to me, well, then the next time around, he's just got to remember that. And I don't mean him, I should say anybody. I think that's the way we all race, and it's all good.
Well, an awesome run here tonight, man. A second-place finish. I know you led more than half of this thing, and it's got to be a tiny bit disappointing. But still, to finish up here second, because there was a lot of really fast guys in here tonight, is got to have a little satisfaction to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I was just saying to him, too. It's like, get out and lead a bunch of laps and everything. But I'm not disappointed with the second. We'll get a win one of these days. It's been a little bit since we put it right up there on the top, but we'll get there.
All right, man, some shout-outs, some thank yous before I let you run off.
Yeah, absolutely. Beard Wisconsin, our main sponsor across most of the series. I dread saying Little Caesars Pizza because then I know what's coming next from you. So, one of these days. But yeah, Little Caesars Pizza, Bravo Trailers, Fridge Brick Time. On this car, tribute to my dad's with throwback to the Little Caesars, which back then he ran Tombstone Pizza, so kind of cool for him. Suck at Chuck's Tap in Waukesha, Wisconsin, which who knows if they're even around anymore. But again, a little tribute car. Shout out to you guys for doing a great job. My dad down in Florida, wife for letting me have a little fun with this hobby, and and Jeff for putting on a good series with ERA.
All right, man. I've made a decision. I'm either going to harp on it every time you mention it, or I'm just going to drop it and pray one of these days. So we're going to go.
You'll be surprised when 10 pizzas show up. You got pizza for a month and a half, right?
Yeah, that would be amazing. All right, man. Congrats on the run. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night over with the Truck Boys.
Yeah. Talk to you later.
Reed Rundle finishing in the second. And now let's go look at. I was confused at the track. This guy comes in and doesn't even run the right number or what I remember being the right car, and it didn't seem to hurt him any because he goes from third and patiently works his way up, takes the lead with just a handful of laps to go. Andrew Rutherford, you battled one of the greats. You came out on top. Super gratifying win.
Yeah, Roger, that was an awesome, fun race. The reason for the car is I sold my rig last week, and I scrambled to put one together, and got it together for tonight and tried it out with you guys, and it worked out well. But going back to Reed, dude, that was so much fun. That was a great time.
It looked like you had to size him up for about 20 laps.
Yeah, the guy just doesn't make a mistake, man. I tried to open my entry up and tried to set the exit up, and just the way he was just kind of not pinching it on exit, I just couldn't get a good enough run. So I was like, let's just put a little more pressure on him, see if he'll make a mistake. And he never made a mistake. And I honestly don't remember how I got around him. I just got a good run on exit and got to his rear quarter. And I know Reed, he raced with him a couple of times, and he's always given people room and races with a lot of respect. I got a lot of respect for that guy. He's awesome.
He did an awesome job, man. This place tricky enough, and the broadcasters even saying we're not even here. We're over at New Smyrna. So big mistake on my part. But you win it at Five Flags. It's been a minute since we've seen you in Victory Lane.
Yeah, I think I won a mini stock race earlier this year, just hopping on once or twice this year. But I like to race with you guys a little more in the winter series deal. During the summer and fall, we kind of race the big car. Don't have a whole lot of time to hop on the rig. But in the winter, we try to get on here once or twice a week, and love to be a little more a part of your guys' deal you got going on here. It's awesome. Wish we could get a little more car count. Everybody runs, everybody's so clean. It's a great group. So try to rally and get some people in here.
All right, man. Give me some shout-outs before I let you go.
Obviously, appreciate you doing an amazing job up in the broadcast booth. Everybody that puts this league on, they do a good job. It's nice, organized, clean. I like the way they do things. The sponsors that help with this, I'm not quite sure who they are. Like I said, I don't run the league very much, but obviously we appreciate those guys. The girlfriend for letting me do this, real life sponsors, Force Engineering for always giving me the most power on the track, All Star Performance giving me reliable parts, Town Automotive, they do the lettering on the car and do a lot of cool things for me, which I really appreciate. Shelbyville Garage, Luke Crick, he helps me out with any parts I need. Just everybody, man, it's a team effort.
All right, man. Congrats on the win, and thanks for chatting with us. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Roger. Have a good night.
Andrew Rutherford picking up the win here tonight at Five Flags Speedway. Let's make sure I get that right at least once before we get out of here. I don't know what I was thinking. Wild. Anyway, I'm going to go take a nap, folks. That's what I'm going to do. Apparently Tuesday is the new Monday. I want to thank all you guys for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this. And without all the great leagues giving us fantastic racing like we see on a nightly basis, there's nothing for us to cover. So big shout out, big high five, pat on the back to everybody. Come see us tomorrow night for the Midwest Truck Series in the Paul Bojanic 100 at Martinsville. Big memorial race for a fallen competitor and friend, Paul Bojanic. Be some tributes going on pretty much all night long. And I'm sure any other drivers that we talk to are, going to be dedicating everything towards him. So make sure you tune in, say hi. see what everything is all about.